It's time again, once and all, for the Epoch News, where we basically try and tell you what's been going on in the world of the web over the last 6 weeks, which we lovingly call an epic or an epoch. Woo! Anyway, so what's been happening? TC39, the people responsible for the JavaScript language, or the ECMAScript as it's actually called, the standard, have added some things to stage 4, which means they will be going into ES 2020 next year. That is string match all on the prototype of string, the dynamic import, which is this little guy right here, and promise all settled. They will all be in the JavaScript standard for ES 2020. So yay, big news. And most of those will be implemented in your browsers or already are. And of course, Node. What else has happened? Chrome has announced form-associated custom elements they've implemented. So you can try that out. Basically, it lets you make custom elements that actually work with forms and all the cool things forms do, like validation and field sets and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty exciting. Chrome's kind of like going out on their own with this, but it should be pretty cool. What else has happened? Babel had a big release, 7.6. This basically introduces private static accessors. So basically, what that means is you can do this kind of syntax with the private things on your static class properties. So that's pretty cool. Private things, which now completes the whole private standard. So yeah, check out that new Babel release. Another big news, React had released the new React Dev Tools, which I actually showed in my talk earlier. So that's pretty cool. You can check those out. They've got some really cool things like Profiler, which does some stuff, and of course, really nice little options for how you can make your tree look, and you can filter and stuff. Lots of cool things. Check those out. And lastly, but not leastly, a great framework out there. Feathers made a big release. Feathers 4, a framework for building real-time apps and REST APIs. Is very cool. You want to check that out. Feathers, their version 4 release, super cool. That's what's been happening in the web world. Back to you, Jason.
That was great. Thank you, Adam.
This is Rich. Did optional chaining make it into the 2020 ECMAScript standard?
No, optional chaining is, where is it at? It's probably stage 3, I think, right now. I can try to check it out. Yeah, I think it's at stage 3. I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to come in, but it's not actually in the standard yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that it was pretty close for that, so.
It probably is. I mean, stage 3 means that, it's finalized. It just has to, get discussed and decided to be right in. I'm pretty sure that's stage 3. I'll look that up.
Anyone know if there's been any progress on the class properties proposal? Because that's been in stage 3 for, ever.
When you say class properties, which one do you mean?
Like the proposal for adding properties directly to the class instead of having to use the prototype or the constructor. And then it also, I think, encompasses private properties on classes.
You can actually check out, you can just do TC39 proposals, just Google that stuff, and you can see in here where sort of things are. Here's their list. So you can sort of check out what the status is. You can click on and find things out. These are the stage 3. You can see out the ones that are in stage 4 or finished. Yeah, so public instance and private fields, they're on stage 3. So they'll probably be coming in. They might even come into 2020, but it hasn't been decided yet.
Right, but it's been in stage 3 for over a year, I'm pretty sure. So I was just curious if anyone knew about any particular progress on that. Because I think there was a lot of open discussions on it. So.
Right. Yeah.
I was just
actually in this repo too. There's sometimes notes from the meetings and stuff too, so you can check that out. But they were implemented in Chrome and Safari, so just use them. They're coming.
I'm surprised they implemented them already when they're still at stage 3 or whatever.
Well, actually, they have to be implemented in at least 2 browsers before they can go to stage 3.
That's right.
So, so they have to either be in Babel or one browser or 2 browsers. So it's part of the process to actually implement them beforehand and get feedback before actually putting them in the standard.